Welcome to lectures on digital electronics. Today we are going to discuss classification of logic families and the characteristics of logic families, definitions, important related definitions, and we are going to discuss logic levels and voltages of TTL and CMOS logic circuits. And we know that TTL, CMOS logics are very important circuits, widely used because they possess good parameters and good characteristics. So classification, let us see different circuit configurations and production technologies are used during the production of digital integrated circuits. Each of these approaches is called a specific logic family. That means whatever the technology that is used to build, then that technology gives us a specific name for that IC. So we have transistors, BJT transistors are there and MOS transistors are there. If we use BJT transistors, we get one classification. If we use MOS transistors, then we get another type of logic families. And there are sub families are there that we will see. Now, the idea of having different approaches or different logic families is that each ICs different approaches or different logic families is that each ICs of same family when fabricated will have identical electrical characteristics. That is the important point you have to note down. The characteristics which are bound to be identical are supply voltage range, speed of response, dissipation of power, input and output logic levels, current sinking capability, current sourcing capability, noise margin, fan out, etc. So these are the characteristics which will be very similar to a particular logic family. Supply voltage range, that means how much supply can be applied to that particular logic family, it is fixed. And voltage range, that is okay. Next, speed of response. The speed of response, the operating speed, whenever a power dissipation is important parameter because it plays a very important role that we need always low power dissipation ICs. Input and output logic levels. A valid input logic level for logic 0, what is that? And what is the valid output logic voltage level for logic 1? That two are very important parameters. And how much current sinking capability the IC has and how much current sourcing capability, that is another parameter. And noise margin, how much noise can be acceptable that cannot disturb the operation of the digital IC. And fan out and fan in, that is the number of inputs that it can handle and the number of output circuits that it can drive. Those things or another parameters we are going to discuss in detail. A logic family of monolithic digital integrated circuit device is a group of electronic logic gates constructed using one of several different designs, usually with compatible logic levels and power supply characteristics within a family. That means it is a monolithic IC, that means a single semiconductor piece of device into which all the digital circuits are integrated. That is, the digital circuits are gates which are integrated into that single piece of semiconductor, and with the help of manufacturing technologies this is possible, and which have compatible logic levels and compatible power supplies. A logic family may also refer to a set of techniques used to implement logic within VLSI integrated circuits such as central processors, memories, and other complex functions. That means all the CPU and memories and all digital other complex functions, or those circuits, related circuits, are integrated into that particular logic IC. Now, let us see the classification of logic families here. Now, if you observe, the ICs can be broadly categorized into two types. One is bipolar, another one is unipolar. So, under this bipolar we have saturated and unsaturated types. That means the transistor goes into saturation. In this case, all these categories, the transistor goes to saturation. Next, here we have resistor transistor logic RTL and diode transistor logic DTL, direct coupled transistor logic DCTL, integrated injection logic I2L, high threshold logic HTL, and transistor logic TTL. So these are the families we have. And in the case of unsaturated, we have two types. One is Schottky TTL, another one is emitter coupled logic ECL. So in this, the transistor doesn't go to saturation, but it will be activated in amplification mode, active region. In unipolar, we have three categories. One is PMOS, that means P channel MOSFET. This is the P channel MOSFET. And NMOS MOSFET, N channel MOSFET, and CMOS complementary metal oxide semiconductor. That means in this unipolar, only we use MOS transistors in which only either holes are the conductors or electrons are conductor. In p channel, holes are conductors. In n channel, electrons are conductors. Whereas in the BJT, BJT is used in this section, bipolar section. In this, both holes and electrons are conductors. And the PMOS is P channel metal oxide semiconductor. N channel, NMOS, N channel metal oxide semiconductor. CMOS is complementary metal oxide semiconductor. So this is a unipolar. A logic family is a circuit technology that can be used to create many different types of gates: inverter, NAND, NOR, etc. Most logic today is based on CMOS logic families based on MOSFETs. So CMOS is widely used, and this logic family will create NAND gate ICs, NOR gate, like that, and widely CMOS is used. Almost all electronic gadgets make use of different digital systems for their operation. All the digital systems use some kind of digital ICs. For the sake of simplicity in design and compatibility in constructing any complex digital system, all digital circuits used in the design process should be from same logic family. That means then only the compatibility is possible. Whatever the electronic digital system that we would like to design, then in that case you have to use compatible ICs so that there is any signal loss. Now, how these ICs, integrated circuits, are built? In the previous lesson also, we have briefly discussed about logic families and integrated circuits. Integrated circuit is a circuit into which how it is formed? It is formed by taking a single piece of semiconductor material, either silicon or germanium. We take that single piece of material and into that into this small piece of material. So this small size of material, once it is taken into that, using manufacturing integration technologies, we integrate all digital logic. So that is called then IC, integrated circuit. So there are different types of integration levels. In the beginning, we have only SSI technology, small scale integration. In the small scale integration, only 12 gates up to 10 or 12 gates per chip are integrated. In the medium scale integration, up to 100 gates per chip are possible. And for LSI, large scale integration, up to 1000 gates are possible for a single piece of chip. For VLSI, very large scale integration, 10,000 gates per chip are possible. And ULSI, ultra large scale integration, in this up to 1 lakh gates are possible per chip. So these are the integration technologies, integration categories, and the high level of integration is possible with the advancement of manufacturing technology. You see, these are the ICs. If you observe, so you see the IC how it looks like. So here one notch is there, and here pins are there on both sides, and row side, and one another row. Two rows are possible, left and right side, both rows, and we have pins, interfacing pins. You see the ICs, different kinds of ICs. Now you see this is the IC HT12E, and you see LM339N, like that. You have different kinds of ICs here. For example, you can observe. So many pins are there means it possesses large digital circuit. Here it is a 3-pin IC. If you observe, this is a simple power supply. Like that. You can visually see these ICs like this. You see, those ICs are those ICs. So you see how the IC is integrated. Integrated IC is fixed in a motherboard or some PCB. So this is called PCB. This is called PCB. Into this PCB, you see the IC. This is one IC, another IC. These are the ICs. They are fixed so that the total overall digital system will work. Now let us observe one IC 7400. So this is the IC. Observe SN. You see the top of the IC. This is the top of the IC. If you observe, here is the notch. Here is the notch, and from the notch onwards you have to count like this: 1, 2, 3 pins, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total 7 pins in this side. This side also, after 7, 8, 9, like that. You have to go on counting on the other side like this, from bottom to top. You have to this side you have to count from top to bottom. This side from bottom to top you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here also in the IC, the same IC, here it is shown like this. This is the IC. Here is the notch. Observe in the diagram. This is in the physical IC, actual IC. You see, observe the notch. Now, and these are the pins 1, 2, 3. These are the pins up to 7, and up to 14. You observe from bottom to top it is counted here. Here from top to bottom it is counted like this. And observe here, this is the 7400 IC. This IC having 4 NAND gates integrated onto a single piece of semiconductor material. So now observe here, let us take, this is the first NAND gate. So only Here 1 2 pins are input pins, and third pin is the output pin. Third pin is the output pin. Here the third pin is the output pin. Now for second NAND gate, this is the second NAND gate. Second NAND gate, 4 5 are the input pins, sixth one is the output pin, and seventh pin is the ground pin. This is the ground pin. And next third NAND gate is this is the third NAND gate. 9 10 are the inputs pins, and eighth pin is the output pin. Fourth NAND gate here, this is the fourth NAND gate. In the fourth NAND gate, 12 13 are the input pins, and 11th pin is the output pin, and 14th pin is the power supply. 14th pin for supply. Ground means this is the 7th pin. Ground means 0 volts. Power supply you have to give to 5 volts. That's all. Because this is the TTL IC. TTL IC require 5 volts power supply. They operate with 5 volts only. So now let us see characteristics of digital ICs. Noise immunity, fan in, fan out capabilities, power supply requirements, power dissipation per gate, operating temperature range, input output logic levels, noise margin, speed, number of functions possible. Noise immunity, let us see. Noise immunity. Here, noise immunity means how much noise it can bear without disturbance to its function. It is the noise immunity for that IC. And fan in, fan out capabilities. How many number of inputs are acceptable to that IC, and how one input of that IC, how many other circuits it can drive. That is the fan out. Fan out means that particular output of that IC, how many other devices can be driven. So that is the fan in, fan out capabilities. And power supply requirements. In this, we have power supply. Each IC according to its family, each IC has its own power supply requirements that we will discuss. And power dissipation per gate, how much power it can dissipate. So that is the power dissipation, and it is important parameter which will decide the usage of that particular IC more. And operating temperature range. So how much temperature it can withstand without disturbance to the operation, that operating temperature. And input output logic levels. Input output logic levels. So what is the input logic level for logic 0, and what is the input logic level voltage of logic 1? Similarly for output. And the noise margin here, that means how much noise magnitude can be acceptable for that particular IC without its without disturbance to its operation or function. And speed, that is the propagation delay, how much delay it can give in its operation, that is the speed of operation. And number of functions possible, that how many functions are possible, that that IC, how many number of functions it can implement, that also will be another characteristics. Let us consider in detail the fan in. Here, let us take one gate, AND gate we have taken. Let us see. So this is the AND gate we have taken. So fan in means the maximum number of signals from other circuits can be given to this AND gate. It is the fan in. That means maximum number of inputs that it can have. That is the fan in of that gate. And fan out of the gate is, the gate will have only single output, that is fixed. So this single output of this gate, how many other circuits can be driven? For example, this is one circuit, 2, 3, like that. This same output of this gate can be given to how many number of other gates or digital circuits. That is fan out. Now if you observe here, the maximum number of digital input that the output of a single logic gate can feed, and the gate must be same logic family. That means, observe here, this NAND gate of same family, that is TTL for example, let us take, and this bubbled input OR gate also let us take, it is a same family, both are TTL. Let us take this NAND gate and bubbled input OR gate, both are from same family, compatible to each other. Then this AND gate output is driving 3 gates. It is driving 3 gates. That means this output is given as input to 3 other bubbled input OR gate. So this is a fan out of that particular gate. Here, what is the fan in of this NAND gate? 2. Fan in of bubbled input OR gates? 2. But what is the fan out of this NAND gate? 3. That is a maximum 3 it can support. So that is the idea you have to keep in mind. Next, let us see noise margin. The difference between the tolerable output and the input ranges is called the noise margin of the gate. So let us the magnitude calculation we will see. So input output logic levels. Logic gate circuits are designed to input and output only 2 types of signals: high, that is 1, low, that is 0, as represented by a variable voltage. Full power supply voltage for a high state and 0 voltage for a low state, for example, it is considered. The noise immunity is the ability of the logic circuit to tolerate the noise voltage. That means whenever the noise voltage is there, there should not be any disturbance to the functionality of that particular logic circuit. The power dissipation is the power required by the gate to operate with 50% duty cycle at a specified frequency, and it is always expressed in milliwatts. So this is the power dissipation. And the speed of operation, that is the propagation delay, is the time between presentation of the input and change of output to a new logic level. For modern, you see, for modern solid state logic gates, propagation delays are in the range of nanoseconds. Figure of merit. In digital circuits, the power delay product is the figure of merit, correlated with the energy efficiency of a logic gate or logic family, also known as switching energy. This is also known as switching energy. It is the product of power consumption times the input output delay or duration of the switching event D. It has the dimension of energy and measures the energy consumed per switching event. That means figure of merit is equals to power dissipation into delay. So this is the figure of merit. So let us consider important parameters, characteristics of TTL logic levels and voltage levels. And TTL IC requires 5 volts power supply. Let us see the input logic levels. So here this diagram shows input logic level. Let us consider the input logic level diagram. Logic 0 is from 0 to 8 volts. This is the 0 to 8 volts. 0 volts and 8 volts. Observe. So that means logic 0 is treated as 0 volts to 0.8 volts. Okay, up to 0.8 it is logic 0, treated as logic 0. After 0.8 volts, intermediate, that means there is no significance or validity of the voltage value. So from 2 volts, this is the 2 volts for logic 1, 2 volts to 5 volts, 2 volts to 5 volts. So logic 1 is treated as 2 volts to 5 volts. That means this is the parameter. Here this is the important parameter, that is VIH, that is input high voltage for logic 1. VIL is input low voltage for logic 0. So this is input logic levels for now. Let us see for output logic levels of TTL IC. Here logic 0 is valid from 0 volts to 4.4 volts. Up to 0.4 volts it is okay, it is logic 0. And from 0.4 to 2.4 it is intermediate level, that is not valid. And from 2.4 to 5 volts, so this is the output high voltage for logic 1. Output high voltage for last 2.4 to 5 volts. So this is the VOL VOL is output voltage for logic 0, output low voltage for logic 0. Here output voltage for logic 1, output high voltage for logic 1. So this is the parameters we have to remember. Now we have seen TTL case. Now let us consider CMOS ICs. Logic levels and voltages of 5 volts CMOS. These ICs require 5 volts power supply. Let us take CMOS logic levels. 5 volts CMOS logic level. In similar way, we have two diagrams. For the input voltage levels, these are for output voltage levels. For the input voltage levels, let us say for logic 0, it is from 0 volts to 1.5 volts. So this is the VIL, that is logic 0 low voltage input voltage. Next, for this band is not acceptable, intermediate band not allowed, and here for logic 1 3.5 volts to 5 volts. That means whenever logic 1 input level is there, means it must have 3.5 to 5 volts, then only it will be treated as input logic 1. So this is VIH range, and now let us consider for output levels, voltage levels. For logic 0, it is 0 to 0.33 volts. This you see, 0 to 0.33 volts. That means a circuit, a CMOS circuit, if it is producing output logic 0, means it will produce 0 to 0.33 volts. That is the meaning. Then only it will be treated as logic 0 outputs. For logic 1 output, the voltages will be 4.4 volts, 4.4 volts to 5 volts. This is the logic 1. So these are the 5 volts CMOS ICs, and there are two types in the CMOS ICs. So 5 volts CMOS is there, and 3.3 CMOS is there. That we will see next. Now, logic levels of 3.3. This is the 3.3 IC. For 3.3, for the input logic 0 is having 0 volts to 0.8 volts range. Logic 0. Logic 1 is having 2 volts to 3.3 volts. So these are logic 0 and logic 1, and this intermediate is unacceptable. And now for output logical voltage levels in the CMOS 3.3 CMOS, we have 0 to 0.4 volts is logic 0, and 2.4 to 3.3 volts are logic 1 outputs. Now let us see VIH definitions. VIH, this is the minimum voltage level that needs to be applied at the input to be recognized as a legal high level for the specified family. For standard TTL family, 2 volts input voltage is a legal high logic state. VIL, low level input voltage. This is the maximum voltage level applied at the input that is recognized as a legal low level for the specified family. For the standard TTL family, an input voltage of 0.8 volts is a legal low voltage logic. VOH, high level output voltage. This is the minimum voltage on the output pin of a logic function when the input conditions establish logic high at the output for the specified family. In the case of the standard TTL family devices, the high level output voltage can be as low as 2.4 volts. Already we have seen that, and still be treated as a legal high logic state. It will be mentioned here that for a given logic family, the VOH specification is always greater than the VIH specification to ensure output to input compatibility when the output of one device feeds the input of another. That means always VOH will be higher than VIH. Low level output voltage VOL. This is the maximum voltage on the output pin of a logic function when the input conditions establish logic 0 low at the output for the specified family. In the case of the standard TTL family devices, the low level output voltage can be as high as zero point 0.4 volts and still be treated as a legal low logic state. It may be mentioned here that for a given logic family, the VOL specification is always smaller than VIL specification to ensure output to input compatibility when the output of one device feeds the input of another. So this is the VOL. Noise margin. This is the maximum noise voltage added to the input signal of digital circuit that does not cause any undesirable change in the functionality of the circuit output. There are two types of noise to be considered here, a DC noise and AC noise. This is caused by a drift in the voltage levels. There are DC noise. In this is caused by a drift in the voltage levels of a signal. For example, sometimes a drift may occur in the voltage level. So in such cases, a sudden spikes, that cases the DC noise will occur. So this is one classification. Next, AC noise. This is caused by random pulse that may be created by other switching signals. A side-by switching signals and may interfere in the signal in another signal, then that random pulse will disturb that, and this is called AC noise. Now this is the driving device, this is the receiving device, and let us see how the output characteristics of this driving device must be compatible to input characteristics of receiving device. So the the output characteristics of this driving device must be compatible to receiving device. This is the receiving device input characteristics. Let us say, observe here the output characteristics and the input characteristics of both the devices. Now, if you observe logic high output range, for example, from here to here, logic range is there, and the input characteristics, if you observe, this is the logic range from here to here, from here to here. This is the range. Now, in this case, always you remember that this is a VOH minimum, this is the VIH minimum, this is the VOH minimum voltage, this is the VIH minimum voltage. Already I told you that VOH must be greater than VIH, then only it is compatible. And the difference of these two is called noise margin for logic high. So noise margin for logic high equals to VOH minimum minus VIH minimum. VOH minimum, this is the VOH minimum minus VIH minimum is noise margin high. Similarly, for logic 0, the voltage range is from here to here for the output driving device. For the input receiving device, the voltage level for logic 0 is from here to here. Now, this is the VOL maximum, this is the VIL maximum. So always VIL must be greater than VOL, that is must. Then for the noise margin, for the low level equals to VIL minus VOL maximum. This is also maximum. VIL maximum minus VOL maximum. This is the noise margin for low level logic. Summary: we have discussed the classification of the logic families and characteristics. We have discussed definitions, important definitions we have taken, and the logic levels and voltage levels of TTL and CMOS circuits we have discussed. Okay, thank you.